Hello, hello, Travel Quest Network and everyone out there watching us right now. Welcome to Travel Quest Network's weekly Chatter Live. I am Joshua Harrell, and this is my co-pilot,
Jason Block. How you doing, Travel Quest Nation?
Oh yes, I forgot the Travel Quest Nation.
I kind of like it.
I do. I like that. We have to give credit
Working
to
it in.
Yeah.
We're testing it out.
Yeah, we got our British Yeah Girl going on. Anyway, welcome, especially if you're watching us live or whenever you're watching or listening to us. You surprised me one day saying that you one of the shows that you missed,
Yes.
you listened to it on a podcast.
I sure did.
In the car.
Yep.
I was
That's the way
like,
to do it.
I mean, you just can't get enough of me, is basically how it goes, right?
Well, I think we all know that's true, Josh.
So if this is your first time tuning in, the chatter part of the weekly chatter is all the chatter that's going on in our members-only Facebook group for our Travel Quest Network members.
Place to be.
So if you are there, please share your wins, your challenges, your, I don't know, anything you want to share.
Yeah, this is the time where we get together. It's a great way to end the week. Wins, challenges, talk about what's happening in the industry, share tips. It's a great time.
Yeah, great time, lots of laughs, and so if you are not a member of Travel Quest Network and you'd like to become a member of Travel Quest Network, you can learn more at travelquestnetwork.com. So you can check us out there. Behind the camera is our content manager, Evan, who is responsible for the fact that we did not have any dance music for our dance breakdown that normally starts
don't pile
the show.
on.
Yeah, pile on. But I do appreciate all the messages that are have been blowing up my phone. But at least you can hear us, right?
That is correct.
That is what's important.
It's good to know they care. I wish I can't carry a tune as you just heard.
I like wherever you were going with that.
I don't know today, Joshua. I got too much happening here. I have a laptop, I have a paper, I got 2 different sets of cards.
For those of you who have been a part of the show for several years now, man, is this turning into CNN? Because I'm getting that vibe. I'm pretty much.
If we have one of those touch boards.
Yeah, or like one of the glass tables where the screens are underneath, where you'd be like, my producer is telling me right now. Anyway, but again, welcome. We are going to have some fun. We've got some guests that will be joining us, which is great. And something I wanted to do at the very beginning of the show is, we talked about last week, we had just gotten back from our core summit and Travel Leaders Edge. And something that I forgot to share because I forgot to put it in my bag to bring to the office is that, so one of our members, Angela Larson, she had used the term Scrooge McDucking it for making money. And I forgot that she had told me that. And I have stolen it and I've used it now for a very, very long time. Yes. She called me out on that and, so it is hers. She does own it. But because I've called it out so much, one of our members, Nate, from Mountain Man Travels, when we saw him at the Core Summit, he surprised me with a Scrooge McDuck. Is it a Funko? Is that what it's called? Okay.
A what?
Really?
What is it called?
It's a Funko.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Evan. So it's a Funko. Apparently, you're not supposed to take them out of the packaging. This is like the 2017 convention issued one. But
so you just ruined its value.
Yeah, I devalued it. But Nate said it was okay. So Nate, thank you very much. It's going on the travel wall next to our drum playing dragon. There you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nate.
For Scrooge McDucking it and making that money.
That's right.
All right. So how you been this week?
I've been pretty good. I feel like, this week we got to catch our breath a little bit after being on the road for so long. So it was good to kind of get back in a groove and get some things knocked out that we've been, we had on our list. And we have some exciting stuff coming. How are you doing? How was your week?
Yeah, it was good.
How was your week?
Yeah. Yeah, how was your week? Because I know he's gonna go over to the chat. I mean, I feel like Stella got her groove back. That's how I'm gonna leave it.
That's almost what I said.
I know. That's what I wanted to say while you were saying it. So, anyway,
Yeah.
can we go over and see what's going on over there?
Let's go. And I got into the chat a couple minutes late, so I missed the first few minutes worth of comments, I think.
Oh, it doesn't let you go back?
It does not.
Oh.
Not that I can tell. So if somebody knows a way to do that, let us know. So yeah, we got some folks letting us know that
There's no
there's
sound.
no music. And it looks like Cynthia posted something. I can't see what it was, but Kimberly replied, "Sorry for your loss." So I don't know. That sounds like there might have been some bad news, and I can't see what it was. So.
Can I do something real quick?
Yeah.
Just because I think you've got
I think
this wrong.
I messed it up, right?
Yeah.
So while he does that, Cynthia, whatever it was,
How do you make
we're
this
certainly sorry as well.
Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, this is me on a PC, like not knowing how to.
I wish you could see the screen.
Okay.
And then scroll to the top, and
I don't know how this PC thing works. It's a very complicated thing.
yeah, see, that's it.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
So let's see. We got a bunch of people saying no sound and a bunch of people saying hello. So hello, everybody. Let's see here. Happy Friday, happy Friday. No sound, no sound, no sound. Happy Friday, Amy. Or Amy said, love seeing all the additional bios for Agent Profiler this week. Which
Yes.
we have a winner.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about that later.
Yeah. So we last week we kicked off a contest for who could get if you had to have 12 additional bios.
That's right.
And by yesterday at noon Eastern. So if you already had them, that was great. If you were getting them approved, and I know Amy and the whole team in Member Success, they were approving those. And all you had to do was send in a submission to our support team there.
That's right.
So on my phone is doing it more in order.
Uh-huh.
So first off, we had Tanya from Apple Valley, Minnesota. Happy Friday, all. And then Cynthia. So Tanya beat Cynthia. It's not like we're not trying to give you a hard time, Cynthia, but you're always the first one most of the time. Let's see. Cynthia said, win for the week, 2 new bookings and lots of new inquiries from Ladies Night Fashion Show she did last week.
Yes.
Remember? She was talking about that.
That's right.
And then another show on Saturday, a bike night. And then a challenge that she lost a dear friend. So I'm very, very sorry about that. Very, very sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Lots of hellos. Yeah, and Anna said doing more profiles this weekend and doing part 2 for the Agent Profiler seminar.
Excellent. And
Yes.
I also see Regina here says that she did the Profiler webinar on Monday and got published and did 2 additional bios. Said, I tried to do 12, but that wasn't happening. That's okay. You can keep going. There will be other opportunities to win fabulous things.
Yeah.
But the real win is getting them published for your business.
Yeah, to get published is half the battle,
That's right.
right? So fantastic, great job.
Let's see. Summer is coming. We have a bunch of posts about school is almost out.
Oh, yeah.
And I am with you, everybody, with children at home.
Oh.
My middle daughter, today is her last day of school. My older daughter, I think today is her last day. And my youngest, next Thursday. Which, you know what that means then?
What?
Teenagers with free time and nothing productive to do. So guess what the conversation is going to be this weekend at the Block household?
I feel like, is there a chore list or?
Oh, there's a chore list, but there's also a go get a job list.
Well, and
Now, if you have little ones at home, you obviously can't send them off to work. And that's where that's really hard because they're always kind of nagging at you like, hey. Or you have to, take a third mortgage to find daycare. The struggle, I get it. Anyway, but summer's fun. Do you have any fun plans this summer?
No, but I just want to say that the day that I turned 16, my
Yeah.
mama dropped me off at the Human Resources office at the Six Flags over Georgia.
Yeah.
Which was a little trailer that was just attached to the park. And they said, have you ever used a computer before? And I said, yes. And they put me in the merchandising department to sell stuff to souvenirs.
And look at you now.
I know. You just...
If you've never heard Joshua talk about his experience while working at Six Flags, let me tell you something. It is the perfect backdrop for a great sitcom.
Oh, if any of you...
Young Joshua working at the amusement park.
Any of you have worked at a theme park before in your life, it is not at all what you expect. In fact, I got to sit next to someone who I thought I was going to tell my working at a theme park story, and I was going to win the conversation. Oh no, he won the conversation because he actually played Goofy, was one of the Goofy characters at Walt Disney, and at that time, this would have been in the 70s, he never took a day off. He just slept at the park, and they would hose him off and put him up in the costume or whatever. And so for 2 years he did that and just banked all this money because he didn't have to have a place to live.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think that that's legal anymore to do that. But anyway, he won that story.
Let's see what else is going on here. Randy, win for the week. He put up his first flyer and got those 12 profiles done.
Way to go.
Teresa also finished the 12 profiles, and she made some other updates as well. Fantastic.
Let's see which Teresa.
Yeah,
Teresa, I saw she had loaded those profiles in when I popped in there and I could see all of them sitting there for approval. I was like, man, she went for it. Good job.
Rebecca has a large wedding group that was traveling the last 2 days, and she had no airline issues, which I heard from Christy Young, our Christy. She was flying. She was visiting our Baltimore office for the week and flew back home yesterday. It took her 3 legs, 2 connections, and she ended up at home about 8 hours later than she thought. And as I was talking to her today, she said at one point, this is a true story, she said the pilot came on the radio, or the intercom, and said, do not be concerned. Do not be concerned at the people applying duct tape to the wing. I assure you it is perfectly normal. If there's ever a crack or a space that opens up, we like to cover that. And they called it wing tape or plane tape, but she said it was duct tape. So she has a friend who's a pilot, and so she messages him real quick because she's looking at this guy putting duct tape on the wing.
Yeah.
And she said, should I get off the plane? And his response, what airline and what kind of plane is it? And she's thinking, oh, great. If he has to think about this, this might not be good. And so she told him the airline and the plane, and he's like, it should probably be okay. Now, if someone says that to you, it should probably be okay.
Yeah,
Are you getting off?
That's when I become a security risk that needs to be escorted, and I'm banned off the airline for life. Wow.
I think I might have gotten off that plane.
I don't know. When you're locked in, you're locked in. I mean, when they close that door, I feel like you can't get out.
Anyway, I thought that was amusing. She made it home safely, so.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Rebecca.
Yes.
And it's aloha, Rebecca.
She has a challenge. She came home from her trip in Hawaii really sick, and she's got, after being out, a lot to catch up on. So I hope you feel better.
Yeah.
She was hosting that FAM in Hawaii.
Yes.
If you remember? Yeah.
Yeah. Aloha, Rebecca. But you know what?
Yeah.
I know that they came out and said COVID doesn't exist anymore, some kind of statement like that. But I feel like in the last 2 weeks, I've had so many people say, I just don't feel right. Something's not right. I'm just saying.
Yep. Bill's chiming in with our
It's
special
like
day.
our national day.
Our national day. Thank
yeah.
you. Do you know what today is?
No, I
Any
don't.
guesses?
No.
It is National Pizza Party Day. And he wants to know, where have you had your best pizza? Oh.
Yeah. So for me,
Mm-hmm.
I did an event for PATH, the
Mhm.
Professional Association of Travel Hosts.
Yes.
And it was in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
And they organized a deep dish pizza crawl. Okay?
Oh.
Now, I am from the South, and I'm going to say that like everyone knows that this is what it means, but you have to eat what's put on the plate. So going to 6 different pizza parlors and eating 6 plates of deep dish pizza
Uh-huh.
was a little. I had the meat sweats by the end. But so we were supposed to rate which one was our favorite.
Yes.
And all I can remember is that the number 2 one was the best. I just don't remember where it was.
Okay.
So, but are you looking up where you know where?
No,
the
I was
best-
looking up something else while I
Oh.
waited.
While you
So-
waited for me to like land.
No. Just looking for the next thing to keep it rolling.
Keep
So,
it rolling.
That is.
Where's your best
Uh,
pizza?
I'm gonna have to go with this little place in Seminole, Florida, that my dad started going to when he was in high school,
Oh, really?
and it's called Charlie and Millie's, and they only do like thin crust pizza, and they cut it like in squares.
Oh,
But it's really good.
and it's still there?
Still
Do you know?
there. Last time I was down there, that's still there,
Okay.
and it is like the dive of all dives.
I love it.
You know, like it has like the it's like the classic little pizzeria. And it's got it's got like the Pac-Man game table where you
Mhm.
can sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
They used to have that in the Pizza Hut in Wilton Manors where I grew up.
Yeah.
But it was Spaced Invaders. Or Space Invaders.
Space
Not Spaced. Oh gosh, this has been a long day.
Oh Lord. Chris, 18? Says it? Oh, I gotta scroll down. 18 profiles completed. Chris Borg knocking it out of the park.
Yeah.
Nice job, Chris.
Yeah. And also a great IT guy when you're doing an event.
And that's what I was checking while you were
Yeah.
talking about your pizza.
So he has
I
a
would-
favorite screen on
I-
the
I
back
do- I
end of
do.
World Via Pro.
So we have nearly reached 1,000 profiles created in Content Creator. We are currently at 982.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to throw out this little challenge there. Do you think we can get to 1,000 by the end of the show?
Yes.
I think we can.
Yeah.
So help us get to 1,000. If you haven't done yours, just put it in, do one real quick, and let's get to 1,000.
And so just so you can find it,
Yeah.
go to World Via Pro
Mhm.
and then go to Grow and then Content Creator and then what do you want to create profile. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So we got a Happy Friday from Bonnie. Bonnie's in the house.
Hey, Bonnie.
Happy Friday, Bonnie. Let's see here. Bunch more hellos. We have a Yowzers from Bonnie, too. I love Bonnie's signature Yowzers.
Yowzer. Was that in like a 70s song? Yowzer, yowzer, yowzer.
I don't know. She also is known to say Jeepers,
Okay.
which I love both of those. I'm not sure which I like better. I'd love to know in the chat. Do you like Yowzers or Jeepers better?
Yowzers, jeepers. I think yowzers. I think that would
I don't
really
know.
surprise.
Jeepers just gives me that Scooby-Doo,
Yeah. Vibe.
yeah, which I was a big fan of.
Well, I want to remind everybody that you've got. Oh,
Matt, I got one more thing.
Okay,
We're
go
going to
ahead.
move on. Matt Dawson, who went and found me during Edge, he said, "Hey Jason, is there a limit to the number of content pieces you can create in Content Creator?" And I was like, "No." And he goes, "Yes, there is." And then I remembered that we put in like we put in a limit of 50 profiles. Just to see, kind of alert us if someone was using it that much. We've since taken away the limit, but he's asking, has anyone found the new limit yet? Not yet, Matt, not yet.
I want to. is there on the back end? Can we look at all the profiles he created? Because
We can, yeah.
if he just created, I don't know. He just like said, I'm an expert in Alabama. I'm an expert in Florida. Like, I want to know how he got. I don't know. Anyway. So there's no longer a limit.
There is no longer a limit.
Yep.
There may be one day, but there's not right now.
Yeah, right now there's not. So just kind of want to hit a couple of things. So like we said in the beginning, we did a contest for who had 12 profiles and did a drawing. So we will announce that winner at the very end of the show, and that's for a Norwegian 7-day cruise. And there are some blackout dates on that, and some the fine print on that, but that's, and you have to be a member of Travel Quest Network, obviously. But we've picked a winner, so we will announce that. And then also, just want to remind you guys that on the 21st, our exclusive promotion with Royal Caribbean expires. So remember, this is combinable with any existing promotions in the marketplace. So you want to take advantage of it. To learn more, go to World Via Pro and Promotions, and you will see Travel Quest exclusive Royal Caribbean, and you can see the details there. Also, something that I'm excited about is Evan published on our travelquestnetwork.com/blog blog on the blog. This is, when we talk about marketing, we're always talking about optimization for discoverability. So we're really going to start going deep into this topic because it's not just like a quick topic, and it's always evolving. But he just published an article about SEO best practices for your web pages and creating headlines. So that is now live. So go to travelquestnetwork.com/blog and you can read all about that. And SEO, it's where it's at. It's how you get discovered.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And then I'm going to kind of segue into this because we're about to talk to Velma. And Velma is starting a new show. New, not news show, because that's what this is. This is the news show.
This is the hard-hitting news.
Yeah. Dun, da, 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 typewriter in the background. So she's starting. You guys are going to start to see. It's been quiet for just a minute while we've been traveling around, but we've been working on some special programming because we know you love the weekly chatter, right? You like the weekly chatter. That's subliminal messaging right there. But we've come up with some new programming, and I'm very excited that Velma has taken the torch from you on our conversations that you started having that we used to air during the weekly chatter. She is now picking those up, conversations. Those are going to start Mondays at 1, and starting this Monday at 1 Eastern.
Excellent.
And having conversations with members about all sorts of topics, and sharing everybody's expertise. And I don't know, I feel like listening to Velma for a good bit of time, you're going to soak up some knowledge there.
I am really excited that she's doing that. I think it's going to be a great new series. Velma always has a lot of great information to share and guidance to give, and combining that with members across the network who are doing really cool things, I think it's going to be powerful content. So I'm thrilled we're doing that, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, and the thing is a lot of the members she's going to be interviewing or having a conversation with are members who have been a part of our pro coaching program. So she's been a part of their business for a while now. So she's going to pull out the good, juicy bits that need to be shared. So definitely do not miss that. It is on, I believe it's on all the event calendars everywhere. And yes, it will be recorded, so you can watch it after the fact.
That's right.
All right, and with that, I'm going to segue to
What you got?
our Tyler Rose.
Okay.
It is time to go over to Tyler, Texas. Velma, are you there?
I am here. I'm a little hoarse today because someone so graciously shared a cold with me on the flight back from Edge. So I've been recovering.
That was very nice of them, wasn't it?
I just really appreciate them so much. So anyway, so I've recovered, just still, how it is when you recover from a cold.
Isn't it like though when you're in the airport or the plane for I mean, ever since all of this went down, the moment somebody like is even like choking on a peanut, you're kind of like, you better stay away from me.
I did that on one of our recent roadshow flights. I just coughed like one time, like right.
Yeah.
The guy next to me, you would have thought that I like punched him in the arm or something, because he recoils and like. And I'm just like, and I kind of look at him like, okay, settle it,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah.
It's not safe to cough in public anymore.
No,
Really.
no,
No,
highly
it's not.
frowned upon.
Yeah. Which then makes you extra nervous, and then you're like,
And then you're trying to hold it in, like.
then it becomes more. Yeah. Anyway,
You can't
that's
breathe. Yeah.
that's not what you're here to
No,
talk about.
no.
But
No, it's
hey,
not.
I hope you heard, Velma, that we were talking about your conversations show that's coming up on Monday.
I did hear that. I did
Okay.
hear that. I'm excited. I have a long list of people that I'm going to be lining up and contacting, and I've started contacting some, and had one say, no, 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 I couldn't possibly do that. But I haven't given up on that person. So I
love
will
that.
track you down like a
You get 'em,
hunting
Velma.
dog. You'll be on the show. Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you have? I actually, she kind of gave me a little sneak preview. So, yeah. So, why don't you take it away, Velma?
Yes, I'm excited about this week because, well, first of all, in the number 3 spot is a new member. She has been a member of Travel Quest Network for 2 weeks, and she's number 3 in our spot for number 3rd in revenue for the week. And I'll give you her numbers, and then I want to kind of break this down a little because I contacted her. I was very interested. Total gross sales 87,787 with a net weekly revenue of 10,649. So I noticed that she had a Regent Seven Seas cruise on here, and good commission, 3,700. That's great for Regent Seven Seas. But then the customer name was attached to some other items, and so I asked her about it. She the customer wanted to fly business class, and she had checked that out with Regent, but they could not guarantee that they would be in business on all the segments of their flights. So she checked Agent Air, and we had a British Air flight fare that she could get in first class
Right.
that was $2,000 lower than business.
Hmm.
Okay, did you hear that? Okay.
I heard it.
And each ticket had a commission of $641. Yeah. Yes.
Each
Wow.
I
ticket.
love that.
Then
That's right.
this member always charges a service fee for international tickets of $100 per person. She made that. Then she sold him an Allianz insurance policy. So she ended up on this Regent sale making $6,519.
So okay, this is the first time I'm hearing this, and I know you said you heard a little bit before, but time out, pause the show.
Mhm.
Okay, so you said the Regent Cruise commission was what, 3,200, something like that,
3,700.
3,700. Okay, and the total commission after adding the air and the insurance was how much?
6,500.
Okay, so almost doubled the commission,
That's right.
almost,
Almost.
by adding air and insurance. And for those of you out there, and there aren't many left anymore that don't offer air and don't sell insurance, but if you're one of the people that doesn't sell air and doesn't offer insurance, we've been saying for years and years, there is great money to be made in air as well as in offering insurance. And I hope that example of one of our members helps drive that home. And it couldn't be easier to offer air than using Agent Aaron working with our air team.
Right, and I love the fact that she got kind of yeah, we can't quite guarantee it, and instead of taking that answer, said, let me investigate another.
Let me use my resources.
Yeah, let me use my resources there. So kudos to
job.
you. Yeah.
And
That's
she's
fantastic.
not.
And Bonnie's chiming in too. She says
Yeah.
she's giving it the big thumbs up.
She's not quite
Yeah.
through with this one. She told me that Regent has a pre-cruise hotel package, but she has found a suite on Beds Online that
Uh-huh.
is a lower cost, and she's going to be switching over and selling that for them. So her customers, they are going to have a great trip. She is
Yeah.
really taking care of them, and she's making money.
Yeah, well
So
done. That's great.
super impressed.
Yep.
Then in the number 2 spot, this member had gross sales of $180,000 and a net weekly revenue of $21,088. Now, the interesting story I have to tell about this one is she had never sold a group, and we started talking about it in April, and we kicked around some ideas and some itineraries. And, an itinerary that Princess offers ever so often is the British Isles. So she blocked space on that and immediately sold 17 cabins. And this is the result of that. So I'm just so excited for her. And if you've never sold this itinerary, it starts out in London, it goes to Ireland, Scotland, it zips over and spends a day at Le Havre in Paris, in France, then comes back to London and ends. It's a fantastic itinerary that they don't do every year. So she took advantage of the timing on this, and she's not through. She still has time to sell more on this one. So I'm going to be interested to see how this turns out.
17 cabins.
17 cabins. Can you believe
Fantastic.
that?
It's fantastic.
So I'm working with her. We're going to come up with some ideas of options that she can suggest to these customers about sightseeing and in the port. So, we're working on this to add to that.
Now, Velma, before you dive into number 1, I'm good at derailing us, so I'm just gonna keep
Yes,
keep
you are.
doing it.
But before you do, I do want to say, because if I look a little irritated, it's because he gave me such a hard time about making sure that I stayed on track. I've got timestamps, and he keeps going away from the timestamps. So I'm okay. We'll have a nice chin wag, but I just want to point this out that you gave me a hard time earlier.
Well, okay.
You're in control. You go for it.
But Carrie Ann in the chat, after hearing about our number 2, a member this week, has asked, I need to learn how to do groups. Is there a training or a workshop that I'm not aware of?
Do you want me to answer that?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Sorry.
yes,
I wanna do
there
it.
is. Velma has put together some great resources along with the rest of our team, but it is kind of tucked away, and Jesse, our director of agency operations, has reminded me we need to relabel it because it's a little confusing. So go to Pro and Grow and Block Space, and there is. I want to make sure it's under Grow. But you would think it would be called Groups, but it's called Block Space. So you want to go there, and there is Grow Block Space. So there are trainings and some details around it, as well as the block space, meaning the group space that's been taken out, that we take out and Travel Leaders takes out, that gives you an added edge. So that's kind of why it's called block space, but you might miss it if you're looking for groups.
Correct. And as someone pointed out in the chat, there is also a group specialist.
Oh yeah,
course.
the specialist Travel Leaders group specialist programs. They have a group one, and don't forget that as a member of Travel Quest Network, you get a very, very special price on that. And yeah.
Yes. So sorry to derail us, Velma.
That's okay.
It was worth
She likes talking about groups, so
I know.
she's like, yeah, get people to the page that I spent a lot of time putting together.
Okay, Evan, if you're listening, we're getting ready for the number one in sales.
No drum roll.
No
Okay.
drum roll.
No.
That's okay. That's okay, Evan.
that scene from Christmas Vacation. Boom.
Oh Lord. Okay, gross sales of 327,695.
Whoa.
Yes, yeah, it's a pretty big one. And a net revenue of $38,278 for the week. Now,
Wow.
Double whoa.
yes, $3,000 of this amount were a couple of cruises, and the rest of it is FunJet and Delta Vacations. And I have a feeling I couldn't quite track this one down, but there's possibly a group involved here. Not sure. So,
That is
possibly.
Nice week.
that. Yeah.
In a week.
That's a heck of a week.
Yes. Yes.
Fantastic job.
So that was it. That was it. And I don't know if y'all noticed. Angela's probably putting something in the chat. The Disney presentation. Remember the lady that was doing the little skit about the travel agent, Mitzi, the
yes.
travel agent.
Yes.
This is the jacket. Only hers had black buttons. Mine has red. I've had this like 30 years. Yes. Okay. I had to dig it out. My Mitzi travel agent jacket.
I love it. I love it.
That's it.
That's an inside joke for everyone that went to Travel Leaders Edge. But if you did go, I just want to let you know that Velma turned to me or messaged me and said, "I actually own that jacket that this artist was wearing." But anyway, all right.
Yeah.
Well, Velma, thank you so much for bringing us the sales numbers as always. And guys, don't forget to tune in Monday at 1 Eastern is
That's
the
right.
first Conversations that
Conversations.
Velma is going to be hosting. So look forward
Can't
to
wait,
that.
Velma.
Velma, have a great weekend.
Bye, Velma.
Bye. You too.
Bye. Evan was like, he got rid of her. So, you went over.
The dump button.
Yeah, the dump button. No. So, moving right along, I want to remind everybody that this. Not only do we have the conversation show on Monday, but on the 31st we have a power talk because we do not like the word webinar. It's a curse word. So we do shows. And so we do Power Talks, and very, very excited to have Erin Miller from ALG Vacations. And she is going to be with Erica. So make sure you check that out on the calendar. Register for that. It's going to be an entertaining, informational session. Okay? And with that said, we are going to go over, we have a special guest who will be joining us on a regular basis, but we had her flying all over the place. Erica Scanelli coming in from New Jersey. Hello.
Hello from the pizza capital of the world.
So where is the best pizza in New Jersey?
It is located in the great town of West Milford, New Jersey, at a place called DeMarco's Pizza.
All right. I feel
All
like
right.
I feel
Owned by
like
close family friends for the last 30 years. Not that I'm biased.
not at all. And they purchased this spot for only $20. That was their advertising spot.
I mean, I think considering the ratio of Travel Quest Network members getting pizza in West Milford, New Jersey,
You never know.
we did okay picking up that $20.
It was very profitable. Well,
It was
Erica,
profitable for us.
you are going to join us each week to let us know what is going on in our education department. Erica, if you haven't met her yet, she was with us at all of our road shows and the Core Summit and, of course, at Edge. But Erica has joined us 4 months now, has been with us as our education manager. Very excited to have her here with us. So tell us what's going on in education.
Well, you know, I want to start by shouting out Sarah Paris, who is officially our first 2024 graduate. So, Sarah is a new leisure specialist with Travel Leaders, and she is the first member of Travel Quest Network to have the chance to walk that stage 2024 at the Gaylord National Resort in DC and get those kudos. So, congratulations to Sarah. We had, did you know, 26 eligible graduates for Edge this last week. So we had, how many do you think were on stage? About 10, 12 of us? You know, we had a good crowd up there, but 26 eligible. So you guys, you know, couldn't make it to Edge for whatever reason, but you were all invited. So I'm putting out a little goal in my mind that if we had 26 this year, I would like 40 next year.
Yes. So just to clarify, these are our members who have taken the Travel Leader Specialist courses and have completed them, so they graduated. And so each year at the annual conference with Travel Leaders, they do a graduation ceremony. So if you're not able to attend, your name does show up on the screen. But if you are able to attend, you walk it and you get your diploma for that certification. And these are not, you know, let me knock it out in a weekend. These are things that take a lot of commitment and oftentimes requires sales of a specific product or a FAM. These are in-depth training, but everyone who takes them, they've got business, groups, adventure, honeymoons and weddings, I already said groups, leisure. There's so many different topics, but everyone that's taken them has felt so empowered. So yes, congratulations, Sarah, on being the first one to complete the course to be eligible for next year's graduation ceremony.
I'm super excited. I'm going for 24 on the stage in 24.
All right.
Okay, so that means we need big attendance for next year. We can do it, guys. So, Joshua, you mentioned thank you to everybody who attended this past Monday's Agent Profiler workshop. It was 6 p.m. on a Monday, and we were running hard. We were interactive. We were workshopping profilers. We kicked off this week going. So that might have been one of the reasons for the influx of new requests, but you know, we're getting there. So next week, we're doing part 2, which is the fast track to Super Agent. Fast track to Super Agent. So if you came last week, time to come again. We're getting the extra profiles published this week. And if you were in the session previously and you're looking for something a little more advanced, Group 2 is where it's at for you. And for you guys who felt like Group 1 was a little too far ahead, you need an introduction to Agent Profiler. We are hearing you, and more content is coming. I also have a hot tip about Agent Profiler that I think not a lot of people are aware. Did you know, guys, that Agent Profiler is a supplier in WorldVia Pro, which means that you can find them under the supplier source screen, and that's kind of a quick link to get to all the details about Agent Profiler. So that is a short and fast way to get to those details.
And also just to add to that, I mean, there are tons of resources within the Travel Leaders Learning Library. Just search Agent Profiler, and you know, if you want lots of information, handouts, worksheets, there's lots of things that you can get there. But really what you're getting from the workshop is Travel Quest Network's take on how to win at Agent Profiler and get more leads from travelleaders.com. And it's something that we know very well because we've been doing it for years, and we are pretty proud of our success. So that's where the workshops come in. And yeah, definitely. And even if you've gone through the workshops before, join us for part 2, because you inevitably, since we're workshopping, things come up and you get inspired by something else, and you know, you don't know what you'll walk away with.
You never know. It's a live wire when you come to a workshop. I have one more item. Monday, there will be a big announcement. I'm teasing an announcement. Some of you guys were at the road show, so like IYKYK, that there is a summer series coming up. So details are going to be announced Monday. So look for that information. So signal what you sell for those of you guys that weren't able to attend a road show. We will bring you up to speed. And then we are launching for the whole Travel Quest Nation to go forward by signaling what they sell.
I love it. It was, when we looked at the reviews from, or the survey results from the road shows, the Signal What You Sell session that Erica taught, so many aha moments and immediate takeaways. So that is, Signal What You Sell is a big topic.
Yeah.
She gave a little tasting, but on Monday, she'll give you more. Yeah, she was telling me at zipit.com right there.
No, the little taste. Now we go
bigger.
It was like a pizza bagel, and now I'm bringing the whole pie.
All right. I love where this is going. Well, Erica, cannot wait for that update on Monday, and maybe you and your husband, Chris, will be inspired to have pizza this weekend because we've been talking about it. And then
He's
also
been on a Mexican kick, guys. I got salsa brewing in the kitchen. It's
oh my goodness. And then we look forward to that. I look forward to that power talk with Aaron from ALG Vacations coming up very, very soon. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it is. See you guys
Awesome.
next week.
All right, take care.
you,
See you
Erica.
next time. Oh, fantastic.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah. No, it's because we were traveling like as a whole group. Our whole team was hitting the road like Motley Crue.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we had a lot of time to work in our hotel room on things. Now it's gonna happen. Lots of stuff happening. Do you, you're marking up pieces of paper. Do you want to? What's going on in the chat?
Big kudos for Erica. We have some other pizza
Related.
related discussion, which is always good.
Yeah.
It's always good. I'm thinking pizza might need to be on the menu at our house tonight. We'll see.
Yeah.
Bonnie gave us a Yowzers, so that I love that.
That's good. So can I just share a tip? It's an
Yeah.
economical tip. But,
Okay.
you know, because everybody is always looking to save their pennies.
Yeah.
So if you like a pepperoni pizza and you're looking to do an at-home pizza,
Okay.
buy the frozen cheese pizza
Uh-huh.
and the pepperoni separate. It's cheaper. And then you put it on there.
So like the little package of
Pepperonis.
pepperoni.
Yeah, it is. It's cheaper.
How much cheaper?
Well, I don't know the exact. I don't do that kind of detailed shopping. I'm just saying it's just.
Okay.
And then you have some leftover pepperonis for midnight munchies.
Okay.
So.
There you go.
All right, you want to hit the headlines?
We can, sure.
Yeah, we got
Sure.
some. Do we have headlines? If we have all the other sound effects, why don't we have those? He's saying no.
That's all
That's
we
the
got.
only one. Well,
But it's the only one we need.
and that's the
Joshua.
only one we need.
Okay. A lot of headlines this week. Some interesting ones.
Okay.
And I'm a little bummed about this first one.
Okay.
So we're both Star Wars nerds.
Yeah, as you can tell by my.
Yeah, he's
I'm more of like
Padawan.
I'm more of like a I'm like a Jedi relaxing right now. This is me and my relaxing Jedi. It even has a hood, I think. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
you look like one of the farmers on Tatooine, and I'm dressed like the
Oh, you know what? That's true.
Imperial.
Yeah, that's true. But
Colonel
Mike says I'm going through a B. Arthur stage, like a Golden Girls B. Arthur stage. So that's duly noted. All right, let's
All
go
right,
for
I
your
don't
bummed
know how
out
I
news. Come on, bring
can
it.
proceed with headlines after a B. Arthur.
Dun, 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 dun.
All
Here's
right.
the news.
So I'm a little bummed about this. We're
Okay.
Star Wars fans.
Yes, big.
the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel at Disney World.
Ooh, you can't call it a hotel. Every Disney person will tell you it's
The
never
immersive experience.
Yes,
Galactic Star
exactly.
Cruiser. Well, apparently it's going for its last voyage
Yes.
this fall. September 28th, it'll be its final boarding. I don't know. Maybe we should have called it a hotel, then people would have stayed there.
Do you know what? That
But-
was my feeling exactly. Is that you made it so difficult to talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm kind of bummed. I was, hoping at some point the price might drop a little bit. Would love to try it.
Yeah.
But I don't know that that's going to happen. So anyone that has a guest booked there, that's after September 28th, Disney will be offering accommodations prior to that. And so they've paused new bookings until
Oh, so they can
the end
kind
of May,
of adjust. Okay.
so that's a bummer.
It is a bummer.
That's going away, but I think they're reacting to their stock price has been hit pretty hard lately. I think they're seeing the huge demand from the pandemic starting to wane a little bit as people are going further afield. Now there's another story here that they're offering some summer incentives or summer deals that look pretty amazing, actually. So starting May 23rd, valid for admission June 1 to September 29th. There are some blackout dates around the holidays, but you can buy a four-day park ticket for where is it? $99 a person. So it's the 4 parks in Walt Disney World, 1 park per day. Does not include a park hopper, I don't think. $99 per person. Normally that's $110 to almost $200 a person. So that's a heck of a discount.
And didn't I also see that the reservations, they were removing the park reservations?
That is going away. I don't recall the exact date that it's going away, but it is going away. So I think, look, Disney has a loyal following, loyal fan base, but they are looking at ways to cut costs and to drive demand.
So something that I thought, because I was intrigued by the Galactic Cruiser idea, but something that kind of ruined it for me, not from Disney, but just in general, that so many people, there's so much social media, everybody's documenting everything, that so many people were sharing the behind the scenes stuff, like the truck that actually was moving people that from one place to another, like behind the scenes. But you were supposed to feel like you were, on a cruiser going somewhere. I kind of wish that what is the whatever the cover. I just wish that nobody had access to a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, don't show behind the scenes. Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if I knew I was in a Ryder truck, yet I thought I was, fighting the Death Star. I don't know.
Kind of
Yeah.
takes away the mystique a little bit. Anyway, okay, so on to some news about our friends at Norwegian. We love Norwegian. We love Disney too.
Norwegian.
But they're having a little issue. This is, I wouldn't say a big problem for Norwegian Cruise Line, but they're having a little issue with passengers who are visiting ports in the UK. Do you know what the issue is?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I love the UK, so like.
Well,
what
I know
is the
I know
issue?
you don't drink, but those people who do drink are probably a little annoyed because NCL has stopped selling alcohol while they're in ports in the UK, including if you've purchased the beverage package.
Why?
Because essentially, what we can read between the lines is the UK government wants to collect taxes on the alcohol, and NCL doesn't want to pay the taxes, and they don't want to charge the customer to pay them. So it's a little bit of a standoff. So this has happened before, apparently, in France previously. So as of right now, NCL ships in the UK ports, no booze.
So essentially, to get around that, you would have to be in international waters and tender all the way into. which wouldn't really work on
That would be a long tender ride.
yeah.
And then let's see. Norwegian also in the news. They took one of their ships, the Norwegian Spirit, and they took essentially all the 7-day sailings for the Alaska season, and they've pulled them off the market because they've chartered the ship out. Don't know who they chartered it to, or for what. But if you have guests this summer on the Spirit on a 7-day cruise, those folks are going to be offered a refund, number one.
Okay.
Number two, they can get if they want to sail, this is the summer of 24, summer of 24. Those guests will receive a refund. They can also have an opportunity to book this summer for 50% off, or receive a 10% discount for a future sailing on any NCL voyage, I believe, through the end of 2024. So that's just something I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
You know, we see full ship charters from time to time.
But something
Very
like that,
often we
that's kind
see
of
12 of them.
yeah, that's interesting.
So, yeah. Let's see here. Princess coming out with a pretty cool new product or new itinerary.
The love boat soon will be finding another port. I don't think that's how it goes.
All right, so they're coming out with their colonial heritage voyages in the U.S. and Canada.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to visit Yorktown, Virginia, Boston, Halifax, Charleston, South Carolina, which is a fantastic city
It is.
to visit.
Well, to do all of those in one.
Yeah.
That's
And so it'll be a round trip from New York next summer.
fantastic.
I'm pretty excited about that. I think that's a pretty
Yeah.
cool itinerary. That should sell pretty quickly. Our friends at Universal will be opening up Minion Land soon in Orlando, Universal Orlando. So that's exciting. Now, I got this one for you.
Okay. It was like I was reading, but my sight isn't that good, so I wasn't really reading.
I know you've requested and talked about having a tour bus.
Yes. Is it happening?
No.
Oh.
But I remember the first couple times you mentioned, you said, hey, I want a tour bus for the road shows. I was like, what, like the Wienermobile? Like from Oscar Mayer, right? And I pulled
do
up-
remember you saying that now.
like, that'd be funny. I pulled up my phone this morning no, it wouldn't, to read my news feed, and I came across a story that Oscar Mayer is renaming the Wienermobile. It's been around for 87 years, but they're renaming it.
What might they be naming it?
They're renaming it the Frankmobile. And so no more Wienermobile. It's now the Frankmobile. Maybe my favorite, the one thing I did like about this change. Guess what the drivers are going to be called now? Frankfurters. But the thing that I didn't really care for, apparently on the side of the Frankmobile will be like graphics or like a big sticker that says, "Please do not lick." And those are our headlines for the week.
Evan, you are the editor of the show. Please control that. Wow.
So
There's a lot going on there.
So I want you to think, Josh. I want you to get creative.
Mm-hmm.
If you want this bus to happen, it needs to be something that doesn't have to be a hot dog, but it needs to be something that, as people see the bus going down, they're like, "Wow, what is that?" That's an idea I could get behind. So challenge issued.
Okay. All right. Well, before we're out of time, so last week we kicked off our contest to see who get 12 additional bios published on Agent Profiler, and so many of you participated in that, and we do have a winner that we would like to announce.
Who is it? Who is
Okay.
it?
So okay, it's still a no. No sound effect, even though we had spacey sound earlier. So dun da da da. There you go. Our winner for the NCL 7-day NCL cruise.
Caribbean Cruise. Yep.
Which
Balcony cabin.
Yeah, balcony cabin, which was a donation to Family Bonds Foundation. Nicole Newfield.
Woo!
Yeah, girl. So, Nicole, we will reach out with the details on that, but congratulations and thank you for everyone that jumped in and got some additional bios published. Maybe you didn't win the cruise, but you're going to win the game when it comes to getting
You are
leads.
still a winner.
You are still a winner. Well, Jason, as always, it is a pleasure to close out this Friday with you. With all that we wrapped up into the show. We got a lot done.
We did.
I hope you guys had a good time. Yeah? Maybe?
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yeah.
You do anything fun this weekend?
No. I need to just kind of recover from the do not lick Wienermobile. So
You're going to be brainstorming bus ideas, aren't you?
Actually, if you don't think I'm messaging our team right away. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you same time next week. Fridays at 4 Eastern, Weekly Chatter Live.
We'll be
Take
here.
care.
Love